Okay, guys. So, I've got a couple questions here that keep getting asked, so I'm going to make a little video. Yes, you guys will see the engine go back in the Fortec, and yes, you guys will see it run. No, this pipe is not staying on it because it's mine, but it will be on there for the startup. Anyways, as far as modifications, going from a 2.5 to a 3.3 crank, swap one for the other, that's it, done. No mods. Nothing to modify, nothing to change. Now, as far as breaking the engine in again, if I replace just the rod, wrist pin, and bearings, and even swap out the crank, I add a little bit of castor oil in the fuel anyways. You don't have to. It's just something I do. But there's lubrication on all the parts. I usually leave it a little rich for the first tank. And kind of let everything get to know each other. And then after that, I just tune as normal and send it right to hell. But anyways, as far as when you do a full rebuild and you replace the piston and sleeve, replace the rod at the same time because it will usually snap shortly after. When you replace the piston and sleeve and all that stuff, full rebuild, the engine is now new again. So you're going to have to break it in. So you're going to have to do whatever braking method you like. Personally, the Traxxas braking method is one of the worst. Start a stone cold engine and start driving it right away. Super hard on it. What I can suggest, if you are going to use the Traxxas braking method, preheat your engine first. Get yourself go to Hazard Fart or whatever the hell you're going to go to, depending on where you live, or Princess Auto or Canadian Tire, or, Jack Off Johnny's, whatever. And get yourself a heat gun and warm that cylinder head up. Get it nice and toasty, right? And what that will do is it'll expand that sleeve away from that piston and put a whole lot less stress on the engine, which really helps the longevity of the connecting rod, the pin bores and the piston and things like that. Because let's face it, parts are not cheap, especially here. This engine's like $260 here, Canadian. Or Canadian pesos, Copex, whatever they are. Anyways, you get the idea. So, full rebuild. You got to break it in again. Take your time, preheat it. Personally, what I do, even if I get a brand new engine, say if I just bought this from Traxxas, is I take it apart, check it out, kind of oil all the moving parts, right? So that way nothing's dry. Because when they put these things together from factory, there ain't no lubrication in there at all. It's bone dry. And then usually a little added castor oil in the fuel. I'm getting into my own thing here, but back to the braking process. If you are going to do the Traxxas braking method, do like 3 or 4 idle tanks first. Wheels up off the ground or car up off the ground. Preheat, keep the temperatures over 200 degrees. Let it idle a couple of tanks. Put it on the ground, and then continue on with your 7 or 8 or 6 tanks or whatever the fuck Traxxas has to use. Also, shout out to Jason28W. Go watch his channel. He's a pretty awesome dude. So, I had to go over there and watch a couple of his videos because I know he just recently uploaded some stuff. So go give him a subscribe. But that's what's going on here. So you don't need to modify the crank to make it work. It does not make it a stroker engine, as both engines, a 3.3 and 2.5, share the same stroke. But yeah, it's direct swap. Same bearing, same connecting rod, same crank, flywheel. There's no modifications that you need to do to make that flywheel work. Yeah, they don't sell them anymore, but it's a direct swap. No modifications required. As you can see, there's the factory clutch. Anyways, guys, hopefully that clears the air. As always, thanks for watching. There will be another video up tomorrow. And as always, keep on burning nitro out there. Later.